Word on the street is that Cyrilda Summers McGee had to terminate our first client at Workplace Change. Let's get to what happened. All right, gang, so I wanted to have this conversation with y'all on Word on the Street because this is a rarity for Workplace Change. We don't take pride in having to let go of clients. We are a small business. I mean, we hold our own, right? We can pull a punch and we compete with some of the biggest firms out there. But we are small, we're nimble, and we are trying to demonstrate to people why they should choose Workplace Change every single day. So it was kind of a blow to me and the team when we ultimately had to let go of our first client. Here's what happened. So this particular client wanted a service, they wanted a culture assessment, and we were corresponding with them, several members of my team, about the services, the questions that we were going to ask, the traditional thing, okay? We conduct dozens of cultures assessments every single year, and so it's kind of like, plug and play for us at this point in time. But this particular client, it was the CEO of this firm, he became super aggressive with us via email, and every time we attempted to de-escalate it via email, it kind of got worse. So I stepped in, sent an email, responded to his questions, let him know, like, hey, I'm going to get it back on track, make sure you have everything that you need, we're going to completely rewrite the questions. I mean, just went above and beyond to accommodate. And he was very responsive. But then a couple emails later, his aggression kicked back in. And I said, hey, we're going to hold off on emails. And we're going to have a virtual conversation, which he had rejected for quite some time. But I'm like, I think it's critically important for us to get eye to eye. This is a client that's on the East Coast. And I just was like, we need to connect. When we do connect, he is incredibly aggressive, condescending, rude. I mean, the questions he was asking and the tone of the questions was just insulting, not only to myself, but to multiple members of my team, to the point where I had to calm the conversation and just directly address it. It went something like this. At Workplace Change, dear sir, at Workplace Change, communication and how we treat one another is critically important to us, right? It's the bedrock upon which we build everything inside Workplace Change. And today, our interaction with you has been pretty abrasive at times. And I don't really know how we got to that point, but this is kind of the third or fourth time this has happened. Via email, it also happened. It happened on this day and on this occasion, etc. And he became super defensive, and I had to interrupt him and say, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I want to follow the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making is this. How you treat myself and my team, it matters because of the work we do. We're people and culture experts. So we have to, kind of see people's humanity and think about how we treat them. And I told him in that moment, I don't think we're a good fit for you. And he was like, well, I can't believe that I'm going to tell everyone, hey, you tell everyone you need to tell. But ultimately, I had to protect my team as well as myself from the aggression and the abuse we were experiencing at his hand. And as a result, I returned his deposit. I canceled the contract. I was 100% above board, but we let that relationship go. I felt it was really important to share this information with you because I've seen this trend line. I saw it when I was a FTE inside of an organization, and I definitely see it now as a contractor. There are times when organizations feel like they can be more aggressive or abusive towards contractors, right? Because we don't have the same rights that an FTE has inside of an organization. They can be rude, condescending, they can yell, they can be unnecessarily aggressive. And I'm here to tell you, you don't have to accept that. Just like I would tell an employee, you don't have to accept abuse internally and you can vote with your feet. We as contractors can also vote with our feet, and we can say that this is not a good fit for us. You don't have to say it in a rude or disrespectful way. You don't have to call them sexist or racist in order to get your point across. You can just say, we don't accept that behavior here. And as a result, this relationship is not going to work. And I bid you good health and great prosperity moving forward, but not with Workplace Change. So word on the street is that Workplace Change had to rid ourselves of a client, and it did not feel good. I was kind of shaken up by it, but it was worth it because we're worth it and you're worth it. So if you got questions on how to transition from an abusive relationship with a contractor, no matter how much they're paying you, right? Or with a client, no matter how much they're paying you, no matter how important the work is to you, you can reach out to us and we'll help coach you through that as well. So until next time, this is Word on the Street.